Yeah. And you ride it back away. Don't need a reason why we do. And it's a long flight on this bridal star. And there's a big bang in this universe, and it makes me feel like you got me like ooh. You got me like you do. Yeah, anything and everything a man can feel. Well, honey, I'm feeling with you. Baby, you're flashing, and I'm blinded by your light. I love the way you Jupiter is rising. You got me reacting, lying. You got me like ooh. You got me like You got me like and ooh. With all the things you do. Yeah, anything and everything a man can feel. Well, honey, I'm feeling with you. You got me like ooh. I'm feeling you.
You make me feel like the world's spinning like a satellite. You make me feel like the sun is blacking out a rainbow light.
You got me like ooh.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff.
Thank you, Larry. It hosted Super Bowls 42 and 49. And it's University of Phoenix Stadium. That's where we're at in Glendale, Arizona. Tonight, we've got the crew set for what should be a real treat, a great Monday night matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Arizona Cardinals. On the return, Jabril Peppers. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
And let's go. By the way, this is a trending upload today. This is an upload for today's Monday stream.
Now a first carry
Tuesday's
for
night
Isaiah
upload
Crowell.
this one.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Kaiser now on 2nd down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And right away, he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And some strong running. Still on his feet. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now Palmer to throw. And Fitzgerald has got it. Touchdown Cardinals. Larry Fitzgerald, 26 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Nothing much more rewarding than that for a guy catching it.
Not at all. And with what we just saw there, that type of a one-handed catch, what's next? Maybe they go up and almost Velcro with their jersey in the ball. That's about all that's left. That play, simply spectacular.
So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Not much more impressive than that. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35, but make it the 40-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Browns offensively getting ready to take the field again. If you take a step back, Charles, last 2 years for the Browns, 1-31. Worst two-year stretch in the 98-year history of the NFL. Everybody knows that story. And the playoff drought at 14 years. Where does this franchise turn?
It's one of the great questions because I was on the record last spring that their draft looked about as professional a draft as you could have. Myles Garrett at defensive end. Jabril Peppers at
don't worry about
defensive
that.
end.
That just keep on happening.
Because
the YouTube content
content
creators and YouTube around the globe needs to fix that.
That's the number one thing. Get a win. Get 2 wins. And maybe they can start to turn this thing around.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
A first down carry now for Crowell. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 2nd down, here's Crowell. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
Okay, after those first 2 drives, I think there's a head coach who's going to be calling for CSI. They're going to want some forensics on this. What is going on with this ball club? Unable to hold on to the football and take care of it.
Yeah, 2 straight fumbles for them to start out.
Yeah, you would think that this team would come in ready to go. Sometimes just mentally not prepared, and it shows up in these types of plays.
That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, plenty of credit has to go to the guy carrying the ball. He broke the tackle and gained the yardage. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the defender's bad. They're not going to make 100% of the tackles all the time. Even the best in the game will miss one occasionally. The key is not to let it snowball and miss tackle after tackle. On that play, credit to the offense, but that doesn't make the defense bad.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 1st and 10, it's Palmer. Flush to his right. Fitzgerald's got it right side. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gordon. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And they give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again.
And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl, but 3rd MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. but he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
He go all the way back to Kurt Warner in, what, 1999 where he won the double?
We were going over that stat earlier. That is hard to believe.
But he would have been the MVP had the Patriots pulled that one out.
Yeah, he still has 5 rings, though. 5 Super Bowl titles for Brady. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. 5th, what a game. I know you were there, Carl, and offensively, though, impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles? The backup quarterback turned MVP, 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. As you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game, not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Exactly the type of game the NFL needed for the audiences at home watching the game, and, of course, people in attendance. A really well-played game.
Palmer gives to Johnson on the draw. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now it's Palmer, eluding the pressure right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Larry Fitzgerald with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're able to return this one all the way up to the 45.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
DeShone Kizer making his way out to the huddle. In 2nd quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it.
Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And this is
we're going to take a knee.
Cardinals.
Yeah, we're going to run it
I've seen
out.
this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Here comes Arizona's offense back onto the field. Earlier we were talking about the quarterback position, a big decision coming up on that spot. But, you know, Cardinal fans and fantasy football owners, I guess, so disappointed when David Johnson went down in the opener with a fractured wrist, wound up missing the season. That kind of got overlooked in 2017.
It certainly did, and it was the first big domino in why the Cardinals didn't really make a run at the playoffs this year, because of David Johnson's ability to run it and catch it and initiate all the offense that the Cardinals wanted to run. The defense still held up. Calais Campbell went to Jacksonville. The defense was still 6th in the league. But offensively, we're not nearly the same team.
And they take a knee. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now a man who punted for the Browns in 2015, Andy Leon, to kick it away. Jabril Peppers is deep for Cleveland. catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Kick catch interference. Kicking team.
A little too amped up there. Got to him before he had a chance to catch it.
Another example of players in tough spots getting the protection that they deserve. Got to make sure that he's able to catch the ball before you get to him.
First down, Kaiser. Room here to run. The ball comes out. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way.
Oh, shoot.
So we reach halftime.
Should have run into the end zone.
With the Cardinals on top. As we send you on down to our studios in Orlando, where standing by is Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Cardinals are up right now and are looking to keep up the pressure moving forward. The Browns just want to come out after the half and claw their way back into the game. All right, let's roll the highlights. Now 2nd and 8. Crowell's going to make the catch, but fumble here. Offense out now after the fumble. Quick pass and completion to the former Pitt Panther, Larry Fitzgerald. And that is a house call as they get out to a 7-0 lead. Cardinals lined up at the 5. Johnson's looking for room to run, and he caps off the 2-play drive with a score. As they move out in front, 14-0. 1st and 10. Here we get a quick pass and completion, and a quick 3-play drive ends with a score. Cardinals go up by 21. So that'll do it from our EA Sports Studios. Now let's get you back out to Glendale as we check back in with Brandon Gott.
This fielded at the 2. Oh, now he bowls him over. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And nothing but daylight ahead. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Extra point try now for Dawson. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. What an explosive kickoff return from return for 6. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. It's a very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because
now that'll be tipped and intercepted.
Face mask. Face mask. They better call on that one, too.
Forces way forward for a yard or 2, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. They were looking to throw, holding in the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Here's a give to Crowell. Space, and oh my goodness, he loses it again. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. Gets through, and now an opening. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The play clock's running down. Oh, barely. They snapped it at one. Now Palmer escaping the pressure right. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked the ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. To throw is Palmer. Flushed out right. And he's got Gresham. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
4-5.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Palmer now off the bootleg. That is caught inside the 5. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And they get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
Anytime you call man coverage against Larry Fitzgerald, you're really holding your breath as a defensive guy, because his ability to run such precise routes and use that big frame that he has, that body against you, it's going to be very difficult to break passes up against him.
Yeah, when you make 9 Pro Bowls in your first 12 years, you might want to give him a little bit more coverage than that.
Yeah, it's not just athletic ability.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson, his second touchdown of the night. And the Cards continue to pour it on. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Here's Dawson now
Let's
to
go.
kick this one away. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now, because you're exactly
You
right.
like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
That
What
will
I
come
like
to
is
the
that
end of
you
the
gave me the
third.
word, and I just kept using it. But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy, sometimes having to hang out all day.
Second down, 9 yards to go. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And Crowell lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it
Wow,
up.
it's out of bounds
It's
too.
almost like baseball. Guys at bat,
Plus they're able to
on
stop
base
the
in scoring
ball.
position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Higgins. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you
Hey,
caused a
you guys
lost
see a
yardage
punt
play.
return?
That's going to feel good and look
Ha.
great in film.
A good return there, 17 yards. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon.
It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not
6 for
before
7.
reaching the 21. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. And a short kick, taking it about the... Now a hit and a loose football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
As that ball got away from him,
Wow,
he
that's...
saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 24 yards. They come out with one back and three tight ends. Throwing is Palmer. And he's going to go down just outside. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. Here's Palmer.
Wow.
Big loss here as he's taken down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. Palmer gets him set. Third and long for the Cardinals after the sack. Play action. It's Palmer. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. Oh, boy, rubbing a little salt in the wound there, going for 2 up this big.
There's one time when I played, Brandon, and played against a team that was just absolutely pile driving us. And they ended up going for 2 late in the game.
Now a hit and a loose football. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear
wow,
and
that's
what
just...
they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away.
Going to do it.
And this time, they turned it over.
Time for a break.
Security eluded him. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. David Johnson on his way. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
And they're able to return this one all the way up to the 45.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
On 1st and 10, Kaiser. This is Crowell on the catch. And Crowell lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
As as they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the fourth quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0.
Time to run. Time to run out the clock.
On second down, Johnson. They'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there, but couldn't get much further. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's got Fitzgerald. 23 yards on the play. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Now a hit and a loose ball. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have
17
at least
seconds
one guy.
here.
Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And this one incomplete. And all that remains is 13 seconds.
This defense was definitely
Whoa.
the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead.
You gonna run out of the clock?
Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now third down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium,
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker
Take
with
a knee.
the pick, and his guys are going to take over at the
Take a knee, take a knee.
39-yard line.
Holy cow.
The rookie picked off the rookie.
and guess what? They're pretty familiar with
That's a
each other.
56-yarder
Not
try,
like
but we'll
the
try.
dinosaurs were roaming the earth, and you heard about it,
Oh,
guys,
just
somewhere. Now
barely.
they run into each other at camps.
But we'll
going through
see.
High school ball, recruiting, college games, all-star games, you name it. A lot more familiar with each other.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. So
Dang
Charles
it.
are able to complete what so often seems to be a
I
losing
actually-
shutout in the NFL. And
That
maybe
kicking
what's fitting
accuracy
is
was
they ended
no
the
good.
game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes.
But by the way,
Anyone putting points on the board
next
against
time
them.
when we
That's
do
the
this
confidence you
again,
gain throughout when you're
I will
pitching a
not
shutout,
kick a field goal.
and they're going to leave the
I'll just kick a
stadium
knee or
feeling like they're all 10 feet
throw
tall.
it for a Hail Mary. Unless if there's like 3 seconds left of the game in here. How is it off the crossbar? My kicking accuracy was probably good. Oh, I know, it was early.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.
Hold on, I'm trying to see if this was upright. Oh, I just hit the crossbar. That's why. Oh, it was just short of the crossbar. I might have kicked it early, that's why. Or two, I didn't get enough angle on it. By the way, this is a redo stream. Next Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, this will be a redo stream against somebody else.
I've been rolling on the freeway, I've been
Fuck that.
my chest. I got millions on my mind, and you didn't fit the picture, so I guess you want the.
Alright, you know what?
LOV on my right leg, that's Gucci. Dig what I'm saying. LOV on my man, that's Poochie. Dig what I'm saying. Caught a little jet lag, but I'm golden. Yeah. We deserve Grammys and some Oscars. Yeah. They deserve Whammies, they imposters. I be rolling with my project homies. It's a
Arizona versus somebody else.
It's a vibe. Over switch sides, it's a vibe. Yeah, yeah. I gon' do it, gon' do it, gon' do it. I gotta accept that I'm a. Yeah, yeah. I pull up in several different options. Yeah, yeah. That I almost never. I shatter your dreams with this cream I make. What? Gotta be on the thinker. I say, what? I can't feel my toes, but ain't gon' fold up. I was in the double law when I rolled.
I've been rolling on the freeway, I've been riding 85. I've been thinking way too much, and I'm way too gonna drive. I got anger in my chest, I got millions on my mind, and you did. I've been rolling on the freeway, I've been riding 85. I've been thinking way too much, and I'm way too gonna drive. I got anger in my chest,
1 minute.
I got millions on my mind, and you didn't fit the picture, so I guess you want the vibe.
Dig what I'm saying, Chanel drapes on me daily. Dig what I'm saying, she look like she's sponsored by Mercedes. Dig what I'm saying, this Creek cologne is on me, lady. Dig what I'm saying, I'm going hard. Yeah. I pop in your memory. You should be glad I'm showing you sympathy. I gave you real love out the gutter. Ever let you go, you gon' suffer. I gon' do it. I gotta accept that I'm a. I pull up in several different options. Yeah. That I almost never. I shatter your dreams with this cream I make. What? Gotta be on the thinker. I say, what? I can't feel my toes, but ain't gon' fold up.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside University of Phoenix Stadium in Glendale. Tonight, we've got the crew set for what should be a real treat, a great Monday night matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Arizona Cardinals. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there right off the bat. 47 yards. Throwing now, Palmer on first down. Escaping the pressure right. That is caught at the 7. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Larry Fitzgerald, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned to get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
The return will come from Sonoris Perry. And it'll terrific return here as he gets it down.
Wow,
inside
that's...
the 30. And a great spot to start this drive from here. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Now a play fake here on first down. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. A gain of 6 there on first. Ready to go now in the second quarter. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Palmer will throw. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The two old workhorses, Palmer and Fitzgerald, connecting there for a Cardinal first. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 12 more yards there and another first down. Now Palmer on first down. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. Another nice gain. 16 yards there and a first down again. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Oh my god, sorry guys. I accidentally have dropped my controller.
From the red zone now, here's Palmer on first down. Flush to his right. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now it's Palmer. Eluding the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown Cardinals. Carson Palmer in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up.
Now a hit and a loose football. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half. It's Palmer. And he's going to go down.
I'll take a sack.
Throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play.
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. The Cardinals are happy to be sitting in the locker room with a lead. The Dolphins won't panic either. They know they just need to take it one play at a time. Here we go. Let's do this. Here's your first half highlights. Here early in the first, Fitzgerald's able to get open here, and he'll be brought down after getting to the 22. Cardinals still on the field. Fitzgerald's the target here. This play will go for 6 as they take a 7-0 lead.
And we've seemingly lost communication with Larry. Good news, though, both teams somehow already back on the field and ready for the third quarter. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety.
Oh, Jesus. Wait, what? That is stupid.
They find some open field.
Fuck. No, 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 no. This game does not count. There was a... That's a glitch. That's a glitch. That was a glitch. It doesn't really count.
As we go on, like we do, when it's hot outside.
That really happens like every freaking time.
What you need, little mind at ease. There's a little sunshine in the summer breeze.
I don't know why it happens, but it does. Hey on, guys, I will be right back.
You done made it to see a whole nother summer and it feel good. Stop now, top down through the neighborhood. Let the wind blow, open up the window. That girl is poison like Belle Biv DeVoe. We have a barbecue to do at 4. Swimming pool party in the back on the low. And the plates of food will be laid out for free. Little kids, get down. I have a bus pull up with Tommy the Clown to do the jerk. Go to work and do that dance that'll make your whole body hurt. Playing Bombardier, Common Clear.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Here we've got a couple of big targets who will try to be key contributors in both the pass and run games today. It's Julius Thomas's Dolphins going up against Gresham's Cardinals. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun and University of Phoenix Stadium here in Glendale. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. Hello again, everybody. I'm Brandon Gunn here in the booth. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And you know, Charles, Larry took a moment to highlight a couple of the tight ends that we're going to see in this game. Both of these teams really look to get them involved in the offense early and often, don't they?
And we continue to see in the NFL how the tight end is becoming more and more of a high level. Come inside, block as well as catch passes. He's exactly right. Tight end, that's a position we'll continue to follow as this game unfolds.
Cody Parkey now ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Glendale. This will be taken in at the 1.
Oh, it's still going.
He works free. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 20. Touchdown.
I don't know what was happening, guys, but they could be moved.
Kerwin Williams, 99 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And they're going to go soft on the corners.
We're playing my final half pass.
First carry for Kenyon Drake. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Calling luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill, but the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
It'll be a 2-yard gain. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Back to throw, Tannehill. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's my Dad used to tell me all the time when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on third downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. And just one tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter. On first down, it's Palmer. Escaping the pressure right. Dumping it off for Johnson. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon. 2nd and 5. Now Palmer. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Now Palmer to throw. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep. That's caught at the 25. A big play there just before halftime. 62 yards. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
Flush to his right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they take it all the way to the 1-yard line, but in the end, they opt for 3.
I know if this was a video game, they never would have gone for the field goal.
Now with him and a loose football. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot here before the break, Tannehill. And throw right side complete to Parker. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As we send you on to Orlando, we hook back up with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Cardinals are happy to be in front right now and just want to play 2 more solid quarters. The Dolphins didn't play their best, and they'll need to be at their best now to come back. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Dolphins ready for the kickoff. Williams is the one on the return, and nobody can stop him on this long touchdown. Cardinals up by a touchdown. Cardinals have it on 2nd and 5. Fitzgerald's the target here, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to their own 37-yard line. So that's it for us at the EA Sports Studio. We'll go back now to University of Phoenix Stadium for the start of the second half.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be fourth down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Eluding the pressure right. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Oh, Palmer looking to throw. Finding room to the 20. Fitzgerald's got it right side. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Palmer to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. That'll be their second, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. And Dawson's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the fourth.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or do you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 16. Shoves him aside.
Now, no need here. We'll take it.
Pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense.
No extra point here.
Suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And if the late touchdown wasn't bad enough, now they're going to go for 2. So sportsmanship nowhere to be found right here. And it's
21 skunk.
Very interesting way to end this one. They add on a couple extra that they really didn't need. And the storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. a shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is. And what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column, too.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.
I'll see you guys Tuesday.
Yeah, pulling up with the crew. Oh my goodness. Must have done same with the roof. Oh my goodness. You sitting looking stupid on the stoop. Oh my